Hello grade 9 students. I hope you all are doing well. So far we have already discussed basics of chapter 8 quadrilaterals. In this video I'll be discussing exercise first of this chapter. So let's start. Question number 1 is the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles. Now this is a very easy question. We know sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So the same concept we would be using here. So let first angle of the quadrilateral be 3x. Let second angle be 5x, third be 9x, and fourth be 13x degrees. Now 3x degrees plus 5x degrees plus 9x degrees plus 13x degrees is equal to 360 degrees because of angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So upon solving this, we will get the value of x as 12. And once we substitute this value of x in all the angles, we can find all the angles. So the first angle would be 3x, which means 3 into 12. That is 36 degrees. Second angle would be 5x, that is 5 into 12, which is 60. Third angle would be 9x, which is 9 into 12, that's 108. And the fourth angle would be 13 into x, that is 13 into 12, which is 156. So to check your answer if it is right or not, you can add up all the angles. The sum of these angles should be 360 degrees. So this is how you will be doing this question. Let's do question number 2. The statement is, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it's a rectangle. If you have seen my previous videos, then this question would be very easy for you to solve. So let's start. If the diagonals of a parallelogram, that means initially you are being provided with a parallelogram. So we can make a parallelogram. You can already make a proper rectangle. That's your choice, but look at the given conditions. What are they? If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, that means this AC and BD are given equal, then show that it is a rectangle. That means we are supposed to prove ABCD is a rectangle. So let's write the given portion. ABCD is a parallelogram. AC is equal to BD. So these are the two things given. What we are supposed to prove? We are supposed to prove ABCD is a rectangle. Now, I have explained in my previous video how we are supposed to prove a figure as a rectangle. So there are just two steps. First of all, you need to prove that figure as a parallelogram. This is just rough. So you have to prove the figure as a parallelogram first, and the second is prove any one angle as 90 degrees. So these are the only two steps to prove a quadrilateral as a rectangle. The first step is to prove it as a parallelogram. The second is to prove any one angle of that parallelogram as 90. And we know once we prove any one angle of a parallelogram as 90, it automatically turns out to be a rectangle. So let's see how to prove this figure as a parallelogram. See, it's already given as a parallelogram, so there is no need to prove this thing. There is no need to prove this figure as a parallelogram as it is already a parallelogram. So our aim is just to prove any one angle as 90, any one vertex angle. Let us say we have to prove angle A as 90. Now for this also I have told you which triangles you are supposed to take and prove them congruent. Now we'll be taking triangle ABD and triangle ABC. Okay, you can take any two triangles, of course the triangles which are comprising of the two diagonals and the vertex angles with a common base. Take those big triangles. I could have taken triangle ADC and BCD, or I could have taken BDC and CDA. So any two adjacent triangles, of course the big triangles you have to take. Now prove this pink and green triangles congruent. Once these two triangles are proved congruent by CPCT, we can say angle A is equal to angle B. So let's start writing. So proof. In triangle ABD and triangle BAC, or you can write ABC. Remember this figure is a parallelogram. Initially it is already a parallelogram. We can say AD is equal to BC as these are opposite sides of parallelogram. Second reason is this BD of pink triangle is equal to AC of green triangle. It's already given, the diagonals are equal. So BD is equal to AC, it's given. And the third condition we can say this is common. So AB is equal to BA. See, we are keeping one-to-one correspondence in mind. So that is why I am writing AB is equal to BA. I am not writing it equal to AB. So it's AB is equal to BA. It's common. It employs triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC by SSS congruence rule. It employs angle A is equal to angle B by CPCT. Now I'll just draw the figure again. A, B, C, D. So we have proved the two triangles congruent. So angle A is equal to angle B, just now proved using CPCT. But what is actually angle A plus angle B? It's equal to 180 degrees as these are co-interior angles. Consecutive interior angles, supplementary angles, or you can say the angles on the same side of transversal. So it employs the angle A and angle B are equal. So I can write twice of angle A is equal to 180, which employs angle A is equal to 180 by 2. That means angle A is 90. So in this parallelogram, I have proved one of the angles as 90 degrees. So automatically it becomes a rectangle. So in parallelogram ABCD, angle A is equal to 90. That is, one angle has become 90 degrees. So ABCD is a rectangle. Hence proved. Now let's look at question number 3. Show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. So a quadrilateral is given. If the diagonals of this quadrilateral bisect each other, that means it is given OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. So let's start writing what is given. you can ignore this. It's not necessary to write that a quadrilateral is given. If a specific figure is given like a parallelogram or something, then it is necessary to mention. Otherwise this thing can be ignored. A quadrilateral ABCD, OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. That is, diagonals bisect each other. This is given at right angles. That means definitely in the center 90 degrees is being formed. So I can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to 3 is equal to 4. That is 90 degrees, as it is given right angles. Then it is a rhombus. So what we are supposed to prove? This is also in the given portion. So we are supposed to prove ABCD is a rhombus. Now we know what are the criteria for a figure to become a rhombus. There are just two criteria, as I have explained in my videos before. First is prove that figure as a parallelogram, prove that quadrilateral as a parallelogram. This is the first step. And the second step is prove any pair of adjacent sides as equal. That means once it is a parallelogram, if I prove any pair of adjacent sides equal in that parallelogram, automatically it becomes a rhombus. Now, how to prove this figure as a parallelogram? Now we know it is already given the diagonals of this quadrilateral bisect each other. It is already given the diagonals bisect each other. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then definitely it is a parallelogram. So in a statement you can complete why this figure is a parallelogram, as the diagonals are bisecting each other. So this is done. Now how we are supposed to prove adjacent sides are equal? Now this is a parallelogram. Our aim is to prove, let us say AB is equal to BC. These are adjacent sides. So you will make adjacent triangles congruent. You will take the adjacent triangles and make them congruent. Suppose if you had to prove AD is equal to DC, you could have taken these two triangles. So take any two adjacent triangles. I am taking these two triangles. I'll make them congruent. By CPCT, I can say AB is equal to BC. So this is how I'll prove adjacent sides as equal. Sorry, not congruent, equal. So in this parallelogram, adjacent sides have become equal. So definitely it is a rhombus. So this way we will be doing this. Let's start. First of all, in quadrilateral ABCD, the diagonals bisect. First I am proving why it is a parallelogram. It employs ABCD is a parallelogram. Let's name it as equation number 1 or A, anything. Now I'll draw the diagram again. Take any two adjacent triangles. Now this figure is already a parallelogram. In triangle AOB and triangle BOC, I'm taking these two triangles. I'll highlight them. This triangle and this triangle. Now how to prove this green and pink triangles congruent? Let's see. OA is equal to OB. OA of green is equal to OB of pink. It's already given. Second condition is angle 1 of green is equal to angle 2 of pink, each 90. This is already given. And the third condition is this OB is common. So OB is equal to OB. That's common. So it employs triangle AOB is congruent to triangle BOC by SAS congruence rule. It employs AB of this green triangle is equal to BC of pink triangle by CPCT. Now let's name it as second equation. From first and second, first was proving it as a parallelogram. So from first and second, ABCD is a parallelogram with adjacent sides as equal. Therefore, ABCD is a rhombus. Hence, proved. Let's look at the next question. So let's look at question number 4. Show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angles. That means we have been given that figure is a square. So a square is given. What we are supposed to prove in that square, that the diagonals of that square are equal and also the diagonals bisect each other, that too perpendicularly. So we are supposed to prove 3 things. First of all, okay, I'll draw a square first. All the sides are equal and vertex angles are 90 degrees. We also know actually that the diagonals of a square are equal. We know this thing, but we need to prove this thing. Okay, so you have to prove the diagonals, that is AC and BD, are equal and they also bisect each other. That means we need to prove OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. We also need to prove that 90 degrees is being formed in the center. I am naming these angles 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we need to prove these angles are 90 degrees each. So 3 parts are there to be proved. Let's start writing the given portion. A square ABCD. See children, here you will be having a doubt, like we know in a square the diagonals are equal, so how we are assuming these angles as 90, why we are not assuming diagonals as equal? See, other than diagonals being equal, bisecting each other at right angles, other than these 3 properties of an actual square, you can assume all other properties as true. So you can take all other properties in the given portion. Just exclude these 3 because these 3 are to be proved. So what is to be proved? 3 parts. The first part is diagonals are equal. The second part is the diagonals bisect each other. Or OD is equal to OB, you can write. And the third part is they are bisecting at 90 degrees. That means 90 degrees is being formed in the center. So 3 parts are to be proved here. Okay, so let's start. The first part is proving diagonals as equal. Now, in order to prove diagonals as equal, we have to take the 2 big triangles where both the diagonals are there. So I am taking these 2 triangles, ABD and BAC. I can prove them congruent easily. Once they are proved congruent by CPCT, I can say AC is equal to BD. Of course, why I'm taking these 2 triangles? Because they comprise of diagonals. Yeah, you can also take these 2 triangles, these 2 big triangles where DC is the common base. So you can take these 2 also. This diagram I am making just for explanation. It's not necessary to make a separate diagram. This is just for explanation. Now, first part, in triangle ABD and triangle ABD and BAC, that is green and pink triangles, AD of green is equal to BC of pink. Why? Sides of square. We know sides of square are all equal. The second criteria is this angle is equal to this angle. Angle BAD is equal to angle ABC, each 90, as it is a square, and the third criteria is this is a common side. So AB is equal to BA, which is common. It implies triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC by SAS congruence rule. So this implies BD is equal to AC. BD of green triangle is equal to AC of pink triangle. This is by CPCT, hence proved. So here we have proved first part. Now the second part is OA is equal to OC and OD is equal to OB. Now if you remember, I have already told in my previous video, whenever you are supposed to prove that diagonals bisect each other, see, you are supposed to prove here OA is equal to OC and OD is equal to OB. So you will always take these two triangles, that is what I call as a butterfly. You can take these two triangles, or you can take these two triangles also and prove them congruent. So once you prove this pink and green triangles congruent by CPCT, we can write OA is equal to OC and OD is equal to OB. So it's very easy to prove these two triangles congruent. Let's see how. Okay, I'll draw the diagram again. This is for the second part. ABCD. So the diagonals are intersecting. This is O. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is square. Okay. Now these two triangles, pink and green triangles. See, DA is equal to CB. This is the first condition. This angle of pink triangle is equal to this angle of green triangle. Why? Because the lines are parallel. AD and BC are parallel, and they are being intersected by a transversal, so definitely alternate interior angles would be equal. So this can be taken as a condition, and the third condition is you can take this vertically opposite angles, or you can take the other pair of alternate interior. That is also fine. So you can take this also vertically opposite. So by angle side, the two triangles are congruent. So I'm leaving this writing portion for you people. So by angle side, the two triangles will be congruent, and by CPCT we can say OA is equal to OC and OD is equal to OB. This is by CPCT. Hence proved. Third part is we are supposed to prove 90 degrees is being formed in the center. That means each of this angle is 90 degrees. So how to prove that? This also I've explained in my video. You have to take any two adjacent triangles. Like I'm taking this triangle and this triangle. Prove the adjacent triangles congruent. You can take any two adjacent triangles. You can take this and this, this and this. That's your choice. I'm taking these two triangles. prove them congruent. Once they are congruent, by CPCT, I can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2. But 1 plus 2 is actually 180 degrees, so each will be 90. Let's start writing this. I'll draw a diagram separately for reference. So this is angle 1, 2. These sides are equal. This also we have proved equal. So in triangle AOB and BOC, OA is equal to OC. That's just proved. You can write proved above or proved in the above part. You can mention the part name also. The second criteria is OB is common. And the third criteria is AB is equal to BC. These are sides of square. So by SSS congruence rule, the two triangles are congruent. And by CPCT, we can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2. But what is actually angle 1 plus angle 2? It's 180 degrees. The reason is linear pair. Or you can write linear pair axiom. That means twice of angle 1 is equal to 180 degrees. So angle 1 will be 180 by 2, which is 90 degrees. Now if angle 1 is 90, angle 3 would be 90. Of course, angle 2 would also be 90. Angle 3 would be 90 as these are vertically opposite. 3 is 90, so adjacent to it, that is 4. It would form a linear pair. 4 would also be 90. So this is how you can prove angles as 90 degrees. So you can write the statement like this, or you can keep just one angle as 90. It obviously proves the other angles. Hence, proved. You can mention the statement at last, like if angle 1 is 90, angle 3 is also 90. 2 is 90, so 4 will be 90. Hence, proved. That's it with this question.